So when I first came to see you, this was 2 years after our original meeting. This is about...
It took you 2 years, Kyle.
It took me 2 years.
Jeez.
It did.
Gosh.
It really did. So I think it's about January 15th, right? My best friend had committed suicide about 15 days earlier. I'm a broken man, drinking a bottle of whiskey a day. I'll leave it at that for now. Mm-hmm. I came to you. My first concern, my biggest concern, honestly, was, are you going to erase my memories? Because in my simple brain, the only way that I could imagine you were going to fix this was you were going to erase my memories of him. Okay? So I swear.
Yeah.
And I do see on the forums that people are concerned with this as well. I can't imagine anybody was more concerned with it than me, because I was not going to get in the chair. I would have lived with the pain and kept the memories of him. So my question to you, will PrTMS erase your memories?
No, not by itself. I would say a better way to describe it is the following. All of us have thoughts and histories and memories of things that are good or bad. Mm-hmm. And those are going to exist regardless. How often you think about those things, how often you perseverate on those things is what creates the problem. So if I'm going to think about, let's say, pain in my left knee every 5 seconds, it really hurts. Mm-hmm. But if I stop thinking about it for 4 hours, it hurts less. So part of this is, how often do you sample that thought and run it through your mind as an active thought? What I would argue is happening with our therapy and PrTMS is we're slowing down the rate, in many cases, of the front cortices and the right and left prefrontal cortices.
Okay.
And reducing the sampling time. I don't need to sample 30 times a second how bad my knee hurts. I want to move it down to 10 times a second. Now, that manifests to me thinking of that problem a lot less. So, as a rule, anxiety exacerbates all of our problems, including fear, worry, some of these memories that are recurrent. You want to reduce the frequency of how often you bring those things up, and I think our therapy does that.
Okay. Because I still think about him so many times a day, but it isn't as painful. But would you say PrTMS can help with your memories overall, right? Not just horrific memories, but
I think, one of the things I tell our patients is that when we turn your brain back on and the emotional processing areas back on, we can't just turn on happy thoughts.
Yes.
Right. I wish I could.
Yes.
We turn on the areas that do the emotional processing. So sometimes they'll go, this is bringing up some other memories that I was pretty good at suppressing.
Yeah.
But my answer to them is, but to get through the next stage, you got to bring it up in small bits, bite it up and chew it up and spit it out, and then move on. Right now, if it's just with it being suppressed, you're still not having the success you want. It's still coming up and rearing its head.
Yeah.
Let's get through it. And to get through it, you got to kind of revive those regions and say, let's turn on that prefrontal processing area. Let's think about it a little bit in small amounts, and then try and get through it that way. That's what I do notice happens.
Okay.
We can turn off our we call it our F8. So we have areas that we can volitionally turn off. Unfortunately, it takes away joy.
The joy line.
When you take away your pain, you take away the ups too, and you lose joy.
Mm-hmm.
People will say, yeah, I'm not so depressed, but I'm not happy either. Nothing makes me happy.
Yeah.
So a lot of our mood stabilizers do that.
Well, because that's one thing that I have noticed throughout this process, right, is that me and my wife, we laugh about it, because I'll bring up memories that, I was doomed. The behaviors I was going through, I was working on not remembering anything, right? But I have so many memories that I haven't thought about in so long. And they're happy or they're sad, but I remember them now after going through this process.
Yeah, I'd say dreams become more vivid for patients.
God.
They recall their dreams better. Mm-hmm. The brain fog is being lifted. So the system's just working better. A noisy piano is being made to sound more clear. So what a lot of patients will say is, I'm able to think a little clearer. My brain feels younger. Mm-hmm. It feels like I felt when I was a bit younger. Faster decision making, math in my head again, clarity of thought. less perseveration on things. So that's what we're looking for. What we're doing is finding your meditative mind or state, and we're copying that.
Yeah.
So where you go when you go to your quiet place, we find the frequency and we copy it. So it's like forced meditation.
I mean, with that, I'm talking about memories. I don't remember my brain ever being this calm, ever.
It may not have been.
And so I can't say you're accurate on that one, Doc.
You may have had the anxiety and then had the trauma, and that just made your anxiety and trauma worse.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so,
I've suffered from that my whole life. I mean, today it's a different life, and it's beautiful. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, I know you guys like that content. Do me a favor, drop a comment below. Let's engage. Let's talk TMS. Have you done TMS? Have you struggled with depression? Is there other topics you would like me to cover on this channel in regards to TMS, in regards to depression, anxiety? Let me know. Let's talk.